Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Crestwood Comets field hockey. Joining us right now is senior Hannah Ackers. Well, Hannah, a great year thus far for the Crestwood Comets field hockey team, and somehow, some way, you continue to do it. You have some great teammates around you, I'm sure.
Yes, I do. I have a lot of starters coming back from last year, so we only lost 2 people, so there's a lot of good teammates that I have around me that help me out a lot.
Well, Hannah, let's first talk about your position. Tell us about where you play on the field. And again, there's a lot of variables out there as far as where you could score for, what you could do, but tell us about you.
So I'm a center mid. We actually have 2. Lizzie is my other center mid, so she plays a little bit higher than me, and I play a little bit more defensive than her. So we can interchange very easily, and we do a lot of give and goes in the middle. I transfer the ball through the midfield from the left to the right a lot, and I do have a bunch of chances to score. I'm usually the person at the top of the circle, and Lizzie goes in a little bit more to give me some room. So it's very versatile. I play a lot of defense and a lot of offense.
Well, the tradition continues at Crestwood, the players, and no further than within your own family. Your sister's pretty darn good, and you're pretty good as well. So tell us about that family tradition there with the Ackers.
Well, my mom actually played for Coach Gemsky. She was the first district team that won. She played, I think she graduated in '84, so there's a long tradition of Crestwood in my family. And then my sister played. She graduated in 2013, so we won states her senior year. And we have been in Crestwood my whole entire life, my family, so there's a very big tradition there.
Well, you had some decisions to make for colleges for yourself, your sister at Iowa, doing a heck of a job scoring in games, different things, and just, again, that tradition of Northeastern Pennsylvania players that are playing at the highest levels. Let's talk about what the recruiting process was like for you, who were the schools in the mix, and what you finally decided on.
The recruiting process was very long for me. I had Northwestern, Iowa, and Michigan State as my last 3, and it was months of going back and forth whether I wanted to go to any of those schools because they're all great. And it basically came down to like the feeling that I had. I wanted to go someplace other than where my sister was to just like break out and be my own person. So I kind of crossed Iowa off the list for that reason. And then Northwestern was just, I didn't really fit in there as much as I thought about Michigan State. It's just the feeling at Michigan State, it's awesome. I just love it out there, and the coach is awesome, and all the girls just so welcoming, and it's just a great experience.
It's a great way to break that down as to what you're looking to do, Hannah, at the next level. How about the major? Tell us about what you're thinking about studying.
I want to become a physician's assistant, I think. So my major might be kinesiology or biochemistry and molecular biology. So I'm hoping it won't be that difficult, but who knows what'll happen. It's a very hard field, the medical field, to get into. So it's going to be tough 4 years of studying. Just
saying some of those words are pretty hard, Hannah.
I know.
Tell us about the studies part, about the rigor, working as hard as you do, and, of course, what you do. Your family, I'm sure, helps you out a whole bunch with the academic end.
Yeah, so now in my senior year, I'm taking 2 college courses at LCC and then 3 courses at Crestwood. So I'm coming home every night and studying something, whether it's calc or physics or psych, just something else, making a lot of note cards. I told my mom I might go through 1,000 note cards this year. So it's very hard, but being a student athlete, you kind of get the mix of you have to make time to study, you have to make time to practice, and you have to make time for your family. Like, you have to make like lists and schedules and everything to know when you have to do what you have to do.
That brings us up to, I guess, some of your strengths that you have as a person, whether, academically, athletically. Is it that organization part that's made you so successful?
Yeah, that's a big part of what we do. We organize everything. I have a calendar in my room that has all my games and all my tests and everything planned out. I make lists every day of what I have to get done. It's hard and it's a lot of work, but what you put in is what you get out, I guess.
Let's talk about your teammates that surround you. You have a lot of them that are pretty darn good, and this could be the year for Crestwood again. You girls are you know what it's like to play at the highest levels.
Yeah, I mean, I've never met a group of girls that's more driven than our team. We all have the same goals, and we all want the same thing. There's Lizzie and Ashley, who have started with me since freshman year, and Kara, who's come in the backfield and just been a big help with us. And literally, they all are so good, and I couldn't ask for better teammates. And then there's like Jordan, who just literally scores like the most random goals that you wouldn't think she would get in, and just tips them in. She's so good at tipping. And then we have some like freshmen, like sophomore, like Katie Karpinski. And then there's Paige in the backfield, who's like new this year, but you wouldn't even imagine that they started 1 year. They're just so good, and they know exactly what they're doing, and I just can't even imagine a better group of girls to play with.
Well, sounds like a whole lot of fun, that's for sure. As far as your role at Michigan State, do you expect yourself to kind of fit in at whatever role that they expect you to play there?
Yeah, I kind of expect to fit in very well. My coach has already told me that she sees me kind of in the backfield, so I'm hoping that I come in and can contribute to the team a lot. There's a bunch of players there now that are going to be leaving soon, so I hope that I'll be able to get some playing time in there.
Hannah, a lot of great coaching in northeastern Pennsylvania. You have some of the best there on your staff, and of course, travel. I'm sure you do that as well. Talk about all the different people that have kind of helped you get to the level you're at.
Well, Miss G and Patsy have coached me since I was little. I've gone to like the Crestwood camps since 4th grade, so I've known them for a while. So they've really gotten me into field hockey. And then I traveled down to Pottstown to play at Excalibur Field Hockey Club. And there's these two great guys, Clarence and Brian, who have coached me for 4 years now, and they just taught me so much. They help me with everything, and they're always there for me. They were a big help with my college decision, and they're awesome people down there, and I just love them so much.
Well, Hannah, continued success there for you this season at Crestwood. Should be an interesting run through the month of October, that's for sure, for the Lady Comets, and congratulations on Michigan State.
Well, thank you so much.
Hannah Ackers headed to Michigan State. She's a Crestwood Field hockey player here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.